I went to a vigil last night, impromptu, because I heard that students from Reat's school would be there, and he loved school and he loved his friends, so I wanted to be there. And so what happened is Reat was going to the Jewish Community Center with my dad, who we call Popeye, and Reat named him Popeye, and he named my mom Yay. And they were going to the Jewish Community Center for Reat to try out for Kansas City Superstar. And Reat's a freshman, and you can try out for that program when you're in high school. And he's been wanting to try out for 3 years. And this was his first time to get to try out. He's been practicing, and he had 2 songs that he thought he might get the chance to sing too. But the first one was On the Street Where You Live from My Fair Lady. He was dressed in a coat and tie and a black shirt and a hat. He was all ready. And then if they were going to give him a chance to sing again, he was going to sing You Will Miss Me When I'm Gone. And I was lucky enough to get to hear both of those songs before he left the house. I waited for my dad to pick him up, make sure everything was okay. And I had him sing them one more time. And I got to kiss him and tell him I loved him. And I left for a lacrosse game that got canceled then due to weather. And I left the lacrosse game and headed to the Jewish Community Center. And I didn't have my phone, but at the time I didn't need it. And when I pulled into the parking lot, I saw that my dad's truck was there and that the car doors were open. And I wondered why my dad wasn't just standing there. And as I pulled up, I saw that he was lying on the ground. And my first thought was that he'd had a heart attack. He was just lying there. But very quickly I realized that it wasn't that. And I knew that my dad was in heaven within seconds. And I ran around the truck and I saw my son lying there, and there were already 2 people with him. There were 2 men whom I don't know. And they were holding him, and I did not get a good look at him. I saw just that he seemed a little lifeless, but I did not get a significant look at him before someone named Mickey, who I'm very blessed for him, grabbed me and held me very tightly and pulled me away from the scene. And as I went into the Jewish Community Center, I saw bullet holes in the glass, and then it started to dawn on me what had happened. And I want to thank the Jewish Community Center. It was very unreal, and no one should have to go through that. But they, they were careful in locking down the location. It was a crime scene, and it didn't feel like a crime scene to me. It was my family. I had 2 family members that were lying on the ground. So I felt a lot of comfort. I felt God immediately. I prayed that Reat would survive. I prayed and prayed and prayed that he would survive. But I've later found out why he didn't. I know that they both died from head trauma. And I feel confident from what I heard that they didn't feel anything. They didn't know what was coming. They were ambushed. So it's going to be really hard. And I wanted to tell people that last night at the vigil. This isn't easy. People keep saying, how come you're so strong? And I'm strong because I have family. I'm strong because I have faith. I know that God did not do this. I know that there are evil actions. But what we do have is each other, and we have love, and we have prayer, and we have friends and family. Our phone's ringing off the hook. People from high school and college and people around the United States, and all of you here want to hear what we want to say. It was a horrible act of violence, and our dad, and my son were at the wrong place at the wrong time for a split second. And we want something good to come out of this. We don't know what that's going to be, so we want people to let us know if they think that something good has come from it. I talked to the transplant group today. That was not an easy call. And hopefully my son will be a tissue donor, possibly an organ donor. They don't know. He was 14 and he had his permit, and he had already signed up to be a donor on his own, and they knew that. And so I answered all the parent questions, and so I hope that I hear that he's able to help other people. He loved debate. He loved to debate.
Yes, he did.
He went to seven debate contests last semester, his first semester of his freshman year. And he lettered. He got his letter, and he was very proud of that. And he planned on going to debate camp this summer. He made it into Tom Sawyer at Theater in the Park this summer. He was going to be in the cast of Tom Sawyer. So we'll have to go see that. They'll find somebody else for his role. And then he made it into Starlight Stars for the summer also. So he was up and coming. But you know what? He was with us for a wonderful 14 years. He had a really full life for a 14-year-old. And we were very blessed. I've heard from his friends, and I've talked to his best friend, and they love him too. So I hope that this is helpful to other people in the nation. I hope this is helpful to people who are grieving. You know, you have to reach to God. You have to reach to your friends and search your soul. And that's what it's about. It's about us who are living, and it's about loving and caring for one another. Thank you.